welcome back to the family channel.
Hello!
I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today, and today we're going to be reacting to 5 reasons you shouldn't mess with the USA. Now before we get into this video, please make sure to scroll down a little bit and hit the subscribe button.
That's right.
And please check out our merch.
Oh yeah, our merch. Thank you, yeah.
Let's get into the video.
The collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 90s left the United States as the sole superpower in the world, and it's never looked back. In all aspects of the world, the United States is indeed a superpower, especially when it comes to its military might, which is unsurpassable in its strength, technological superiority.
Submarine. Yeah, me and Mommy did a video the other day, and they give me the heebie-jeebies. They give me the creeps.
I was playing a game on Roblox, so I was on one. It was scary.
You were
on the game.
Operational capabilities and power projection across the globe. In this video, we'll take a look at the 5 top reasons why you wouldn't want to go against the US military establishment. The United States Air Force is the strongest in the world, not only in the number of operational aircraft, but also in technological superiority. The country currently operates a total of over 15,000 military aircraft, combining all the branches of the military service.
That's the B-2 I was telling you about.
That's the one that looks like an alien.
It looks like a stingray or a manta ray.
If I would say it.
Yeah, it does look very out of the world.
I think that's aliens.
That thing is amazing. I did a video on
it.
it.
It's like a spaceship.
It's awesome. It is such a machine.
Including the US Navy, US Army, Coast Guard, and the US Marines. As of 2017, the US Air Force alone has a fleet of over 5,300 aircraft, 406 intercontinental ballistic missiles, and 170 military satellites, greater than any other country in the world. The USA has the largest number of stealth aircraft designed to be silent killers and untrackable by the radar defense systems of most countries in the world. Wow. Some of these stealth aircraft include
has got like only... I can't remember the size. Please don't crucify me if I'm wrong. If you know the size without having to look it up, put it down in the comments. Only a fraction of it is detectable on like radar. So if they see it, it looks tiny, but it's a freaking B-2 bomber.
Whoa.
Air superiority fighters such as the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, heavy bombers such as the B-2 Spirit. In fact, the United States pioneered this technology in the 1980s with the introduction of the F-117 Nighthawk stealth attack aircraft. Stealth aircraft are designed to avoid detection.
Is it that thing?
Yeah.
I saw a video on TikTok.
Have you not seen how they do that?
No.
Oh man, you're missing out so much.
I saw a video on TikTok. It's like,
How is that possible?
They fly up and there's like a special thing and it just I still don't get how they do it because it's amazing.
I don't know why. It looks thin.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Detection using a variety of technologies that reduce radar reflection from ground, sea, or air-based radar antennas, thereby reducing its radar cross-section, or RCS. This revolutionary technology allows a 5th-generation aircraft, such as the F-22 Raptor, with a max takeoff weight of 83,500 pounds, to have a radar cross-section of just 0.0001 meters.
That's how big the radar detection area is. 0.001 meters squared. That's nothing.
So that's like a piece of dust.
Tiny compared to the plane.
A piece of sand.
Yeah, well,
just one little...
No, it's bigger than a piece of sand.
About the size of a bumblebee. What's more insane is that the massive B-2 bomber also has the same radar cross-section as the F-22 Raptor. Thus, it becomes extremely difficult to track stealth aircraft. Even if the enemy spots them on their radar scopes, it's a whole other story to successfully track them and register a missile kill. The whole idea behind this technology is to break the chain in which a conventional surface-to-air missile defense system works. It's the same reason countries like China and Russia are also hard at developing their own stealth fighter, the Chengdu J-20 and the Sukhoi Su-57, respectively. These aircraft will allow the US Air Force to assert its air superiority over any battlefield of the future. And we all know that control of these skies is the biggest decider in any war. The next reason why any country going to war with the US military should think twice is because of the strength of the US Navy and its dominance over the world's ocean, especially the Navy's supercarriers. The US Navy currently operates 11 nuclear-powered Nimitz-class supercarriers, which is the largest aircraft.
No, you missed that one. Those are like cities at sea. There's 5,000. I think it's 5,000 people live on that ship. And they never have to come in to refuel because they run on nuclear power. Not never. They have to come in every now. I think it's like, what did they say? 5 years or something
every
crazy,
6.
or 20 years or something.
What about food?
Well, yeah. I mean, they get food and that dropped off on helicopters and stuff, I'd imagine.
Carrier fleet in the world.
They never need to get
the
fuel.
only navy that can come close in terms of technological advancement is probably the Royal Navy of the United Kingdom, but they only have 2 operational carriers. The Nimitz class of carriers has a displacement of over 100,000 tons and can carry a complement of up to 70 aircraft. They're literally a floating small town in the ocean with its own airport. The Nimitz class carriers in themselves are extremely potent offensive weapons, but the way they operate in what is called the carrier strike groups makes these ships even more deadly. A carrier seldom deploys alone. There are always a fleet of surface and underwater assets surrounding them and forming a strike group. These include guided missile cruisers, a destroyer squadron, attack submarines, and other support vessels. Together, they project the power of the carrier and at the center of the group forward towards the enemy. While the carrier is carrying out its offensive role with the use of its air wing, the other ships are responsible to protect its flanks against any enemy attack. This combination of offensive and defensive strategy makes the US carrier strike group almost impenetrable. The United States Navy maintains 9 such carrier strike groups, 8 of which are based in the United States and 1 that's forward deployed to Japan. For over 50 years, this has been the principal element of US power protection, and the Nimitz class of supercarriers are at the center of it all. Despite this, the US is currently in the process of developing a new class of carriers called the Gerald R. Ford class, intended to replace the Nimitz class ships. This new supercarrier will be even more technologically advanced and is expected to continue US dominance of the oceans well into the late 21st century. The third reason why you shouldn't fight the US military is their massive stockpile of nuclear and conventional intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs. The ICBM plays the role of the land leg in the US nuclear triad, along with the Trident submarine-launched ballistic missile, SLBM, and nuclear...
Leia from the submarine.
Yeah. Leia's a bit worried about all this stuff.
I don't really like watching this kind of stuff because I get freaked out.
Yeah, she gets a bit freaked out. We try and reassure her that, like, the chances of nuclear war happening are so slim because it would literally, it's pointless, isn't it? It's like, but those are there basically to protect us.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, that was
warheads carried on long submarine plays the role of the land leg in the US nuclear triad, along with the Trident submarine-launched ballistic missile, SLBM, and nuclear warheads carried on long-range strategic bombers. ICBMs are launched from ground-based missile silos, achieving high suborbital spaceflight, approximately 1,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. The body of the missile then separates from the warhead, which re-enters the atmosphere and free falls to the assigned target at hypersonic speeds. The US military currently operates 400 ICBMs from its base in Wyoming, Montana, and North Dakota.
Turn left.
Yeah.
It's insane how accurate. Yeah, it's technology. And what I want you guys to realize, I know this, I'm not trying to scare you, but this is the stuff we know about. This is what I always say to you. The government only lets you know certain things because they've got to obviously keep things a bit private so that the other governments don't know. Yeah. So imagine the stuff that they're not telling us.
I know.
Like, what if there's aliens at Area 51?
Oh, maybe I'm an alien.
That's literally like... what they call spaceships.
Yeah, well, 1,000 miles. Yeah. That is insane. That is mental. That's...
Isn't that like going in through the space?
Well, yeah.
The LGM-30G Minuteman III is the only type of ICBM that is currently operational in the US.
The Minuteman when they test it.
Well, they tested some in the deserts. I think, and sea. Okay. Some have been used in Japan, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. 3 family of ICBMs were first developed in the 1960s as a response to the Soviet nuclear threat. Throughout the Cold War and beyond, these missiles have undergone constant modernization. In the last decade alone, the US military has undertaken $7 billion worth of upgrades. The rocket propulsion engines, the propellants used, the guidance system, and even the flight control surfaces have all been refurbished. the upgraded missiles are completely different from its 1960s counterparts, except for the shell. These state-of-the-art improvements and modernization programs have kept the Minuteman III system operational for over 50 years, with improved reliability that supports the missile's remarkable 99% alert rate. The latest versions of the missiles have a range of over 8,000 miles, which is greater than the diameter of the Earth at 7,917.5 miles. They can carry multiple 330 kiloton nuclear warheads, which is 20 times greater than the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Whoa.
Not only that, each of these warheads can be assigned to different targets independently.
Wow.
The technology is called Multiple Independently Targetable Re-Entry Vehicle, or
They
MIRV,
always give them
and
such
was
long
first
names,
developed
multiple
for the Minuteman III family of missiles. So any country messing with the United States will have to deal with this awesome arsenal of firepower, which can be launched
that's why,
at a
Leia, that's why I
moment's
say you
notice.
don't have to worry, because America's got them to keep everyone safe.
Yeah.
England, you know what I mean? It would be
Yeah.
pointless. It
And
would
we
be
are part of NATO, which is like
Yeah.
we are like
we allies.
allies with America.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to like. It would be silly.
Yeah.
It would be like
If it weren't the
cutting your nose off
ICBMs
to
or
spite
the
the
stealth
face.
fighters raining fire down on you, it would be precision-guided munitions, or better known as smart bombs, or PGMs instead. This is another big reason why not messing with the US military is a good idea.
Well, we
All
weren't
branches of the
planning on
US
it.
military use smart bombs in some forms or the other. These weapon systems are designed to be precise and hit a specific target with maximum efficiency. These bombs are so effective that during the first Gulf War, PGMs comprised only 9% of weapons fired, but accounted for 75% of all successful hits.
9%
Since
of the
then,
weapons
for
fired
the
were
US military at
75%.
least, the days of normal artillery shells and unguided bombs are long gone. Nowadays, the military uses PGMs from air, ground, and sea.
I think the
Precision-guided
C1's crazy.
munitions come
Yeah.
in various forms and use different kinds of technologies to achieve precise
Like,
hits.
that just shows you
A
can't
large
drive your
majority of
tank around.
PGMs use the Global
Keep it in
Positioning
the
System,
garage.
or GPS, of satellites
There
to
you go,
guide their
GPS.
trajectory
Maybe.
to target. However, sometimes this becomes a problem, as GPS coverage is not always reliably available.
That's something I'd like to know, actually. Sorry for the interrupting again. I wonder if they fire them off and then they're like, actually, if they could turn them around or abort the mission.
Yeah.
I wonder if they, once they fired, if that's it.
I would like to know how long it takes to get to another country.
Not long. Not long.
Everywhere across the globe, or bad weather conditions can hinder operations.
Oh, there you go.
Thus,
Just
the
rainy
Office
day.
of Naval Research, the Naval Surface Warfare Center,
England's safe.
and the Army Research Laboratory have all coordinated to develop the first ever artillery-fired smart munition that will not use GPS guidance.
Oh,
The
wow.
project is known as Moving Target Artillery Round, or MTAR for short. The MTAR shell can be guided onto stationary as well as moving targets in both land and sea, using a combination of guidance technology. The best part is that these shells can be fired from the existing M777A2 155mm towed howitzer
Have you noticed
and
he's
the
pulling the
M109A7 Paladin Integrated Management self-propelled 155mm artillery systems already in use by the US military.
There's a man in
The
there.
shells will also feature an extended range of 40 to 60 miles, using rocket boosters to propel them. Once finished, it will afford the US military another potent weapon system that outclasses others around the world. Lastly, the fifth and final reason why you shouldn't fight the US military is drones.
Oh, yeah, these things.
We're all
are
familiar
freaking
with
as
what
well.
an unmanned aerial vehicle or drone
Are they
is
small?
and what it's supposed to do. But in recent years, the usability
not like
of
the
UAVs are
DJIs.
steadily increasing to encompass all spheres of military operations. And
They've
the
even
US
got,
military
they've even
is the
got unmanned helicopters.
Really?
Yeah,
does that
I'm
mean?
sure it was a helicopter.
Like nobody is in there.
They fly them basically virtually.
Like drone.
Is that like disguised as a plane for a reason?
No, because it is a plane. It flies. And then it does either surveillance or they can drop bombs. But you don't even know it's there because they're so high and they're silent, but there's no one in there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how true it is, but I watched an interview with like a soldier. I think he was part of the military, and he said the best place for them to recruit drone pilots is video gamers in that.
Yeah, I read about it.
Me.
No, not you.
the pioneering spirit behind it. At first, used
See,
only
they
for
didn't even have
surveillance
there.
missions, drones were quickly weaponized after the 9/11 attacks and have been extensively used by the US military in the war against terror as an offensive weapon platform. It's forecasted that over the next decades, the US is in line to purchase over 1,000 combat drones of various classifications. Some of them, like the Lockheed Martin RQ-170 Sentinel and the Boeing MQ-25
See,
Stingray,
those are
are
all
already in the
unmanned.
final stages of development, and once finished, will provide the US military with state-of-the-art platforms capable of multi-role operations, ranging from attack missions to aerial refueling. Drone technology has reached such heights today that a single UAV can loiter miles above the surface of the Earth for hours, waiting for the
scary.
target to show its head and sticking with impunity. This capability will allow all the services under the US military to reduce its dependency
Look,
on manned
I've
platforms.
said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times. There's nothing more badass than a pilot, a fighter jet pilot. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
He's got some big plums, bro. Their job is, and the speed they go is, it's just, they're insane.
I've seen people
Thereby
faint.
reducing the risks
Yeah, because of
during
the
future
G-force.
combat operations. These 5 weapon systems make the US military extremely dangerous for any adversary looking to get into a conflict with them. In a conventional warfare setting, it's almost impossible to beat the
I've
US
seen
military
these,
machine.
Yeah.
That's
We
why
have those.
modern enemies of the United States
We have these in Slovakia.
On the borders and that.
Yeah, they were sent from America.
Yeah?
Yeah, when the war with Ukraine started.
Oh.
Yeah, to protect
I remember
us.
everywhere when we go to your auntie,
Mm-hmm.
3 hours away from here, like every 10 minutes there's one tank.
Oh yeah,
Not
that's
every 10 minutes.
Like
well, that's
20.
that's because that's like 2 kilometers or something from the Ukrainian border.
Yeah, it's not far from where she lives. It's you just
So
go
it's
down
like
this
5
road.
kilometers or something.
Yeah, where we were at the wedding, I
Yeah.
remember because we went there on my when I was 30, the last time I was there, and where the place we were at the wedding was 2 kilometers from the
Yeah.
border, so they're probably about 5
Because
kilometers.
there's like a
Oops, sorry.
road, and you just go straight, and then you're by the
And you
Ukraine.
in Ukraine, yeah.
are employing more and more asymmetric warfare strategies against the mighty US military.
Awesome.
Despite that, the US military juggernaut is hands down the most powerful military complex in the world today, and probably will be for decades to come. That's all we have for you today, folks. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you liked the video and want to stay up to date,
Yeah, if you
I
like the
like
video and
it.
you'd like to stay up to date, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But
Yeah.
yeah, see, that's sort of why I feel a lot more safe, is because we're part of NATO, so America and like NATO, they're like a team.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I'm still freaked out.
Yeah, I know. It is a bit of it's a scary time for everyone, but I don't think anything's gonna.
No.
And I mean,
I mean, when the teachers in school were talking about
Oh,
nuclear
yeah.
bombs,
Yeah.
I was covering my ears and I just wasn't listening.
yeah,
I don't
Leia's,
really like
Leia's
it.
very nervous with stuff like that. She doesn't like
Yeah, but it wasn't right what she told you, is it?
Yeah, the teacher was a bit. Yeah, it was a bit.
She was a
Yeah,
bit-
she said to them, if the bomb, if there's a nuclear bomb like somewhere close here,
Then
you're
we're all
dead.
dead.
So
What a way to speak
Yeah,
to kids
really.
at school. Bye, have a good weekend. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Like I said in my video today, the kids are off this week, but we stuck as what to do because the weather is so bad. We wanted to take them skiing, but all the snow's gone
I
because
should
of
be
the
going
rain.
on a skiing trip for next week.
Leia's meant to be going on a school skiing trip and there's no bloody snow,
yeah,
so
well,
you might have
it's
to go
really
sandboarding.
warm. It's like 12 degrees.
No, we're gonna
so
go.
We don't even have sand here.
Yeah.
It's like school in nature.
Yeah,
so
they'll have to
the
go like
forest
hikes
school,
and stuff.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm waffling again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.